We are back with Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, or Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, or whatever, and we are undergoing our investigation. So, we've been talking to Gumshoe, I believe. Yeah, we've covered that. And I think we've done our examinations as well, which is also quite nice. But I guess at this point it's time to move on, right? I think we've checked this screen, and I don't think we're going left. Yeah, I guess we're just moving. Let's advance into this studio. Guess we're with the main gate again, though. Did I not go back? Do I have to present him with anything? I don't think so. I don't think this will help, but the guide map... Detective, any ideas about this? Look, I don't got time to look at every little trinket you got, okay, pal? Alright, alright. I guess I'll go back? Nick, look! That security lady is in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. Her one weakness. I guess all cops like their donuts. All of them. Although I don't think she's a cop, but it's fine. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Oh, the donuts, not the cops. She's not chewing cops. It's very important. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Looking pretty smug. We can keep talking. I don't think there's anything new to investigate. Yeah, we're just good. Alright, let's chat it up. Photographic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that. I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know? Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. Okay. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Yeah, good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Yeah, you don't just accuse people, you freaking dick. And yeah, Dragon Ace, I think her name is genuinely Oldbag, which is kind of amazing. Hello there, Foxy. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Hammer. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. Past tense? On account of his being dead? Yeah, checks out. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest, back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate? It's a disgrace, I tell ya. Okay, so she actually does mean that he used to be famous and then wasn't, before being killed. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? Automatic camera. About the security camera? Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. Apparently? Is this a brand new camera? Shouldn't you just say that it does? But I don't bother myself with those details. Oh my god, the time is gonna be off. This game's heavily telegraphing this. It wasn't between 1 and 2:30 or whatever. I just view all the photos on the computer over there, or over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Well, that sounds important, doesn't it? I don't know if this will do anything. What's that? You giving that to me? Absolutely not. And that's the map. There's nothing more to examine then? Maybe I gotta go back and chat with the detective some more. That camera might have some damning, chronological evidence. Oh, hello. Okay, I can go to the employee area, but just to check. Studio 1. Okay, nothing. Examine the camera? Alright, let's go to the employee area, I guess. Oh, I can't go from there? It's a little irritating, but alright, I'll have to remember that. Employee area, then. October 16th, Global Studios employee area. With a vending machine. Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Yep. I can immediately move into the dressing room, but of course I should examine first. Ah, hello there, Nidoking. Welcome to the stream. Nothing here. Hastily taped over Will Powers' sign. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers, must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. Yeah. Boy, it sure must be cool to have a hastily taped up piece of printer paper to signify your room. Alright. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Are you going through my trash? Don't flatter yourself. I go through everyone's trash. Huh. It's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait! Look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this. Insert joke about sharp taste here. Ladies first. Nothing about the vending machine either? Alright. The door. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick! You know a lot about the industry. Yeah. I could tell that the rolling metal door is probably for storage. I am a genius. What else would they keep in a film studio? Yeah, bye. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. I thought cows had multiple stomachs, and they are steaks. What? That's great. I have a second stomach just for steaks. It's a very oddly specific power. Okay, I don't think there's anything here except for the door. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we could find something as a souvenir. Maybe we could just rob well, no, Will Powers is the living guy, not the dead guy. Never mind. We're not going to rob the dead guy's dressing room. Don't worry, everybody. We're fine. What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear, the murder weapon that we would not have access to. We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon. Yeah, for crying out loud. And Dragon Age say that the trash was, yeah, even if checking the trash and the vending machine is the same thing, so I guess it's just supposed to be checking the vending machine. I guess the trash is just in the way. I'm on the green wall of the machine. Oh, well. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually go into the room. Oh, I could slide. Hold on. Ho ho! Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Well, yes, but also to get places. That's highly suspicious. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. A murderous kid. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. That's great. Painting, I'll hold off on that. That looks important. Nothing going on anywhere else. I guess painting it is. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Old Tokyo Castle. Oh, nothing? Oh, the grate itself. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. That's going to be evidence for later, I'm sure. Oh, I was pressing R1 to slide back to the right, but L1 slides both directions. Just to check something. Main gate, there's no slide. Outside Studio 1, there's no slide. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Let's do the dressing room then. Let's go, here we go. Global Studios dressing room. Powers is his dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right. And there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth. For his sake. Old Bag is not as forgiving as I am? No slide. It's just... Oh, I didn't move. It's just looking around. Window. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. Nothing about the blanket. The bag. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. That must be Powers'. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Okay. Now I can just straight up sneak around. I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag. Because, yeah, I was able to look into it. It didn't check it off. Dragon Ace, did he take a Powers nap? Nice. Stop that. My partner, the thief in training. Okay, now we're done looking. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach for sweet. This is amazing. There's a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? That's fantastic. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. The mirror. It shows an exact copy of what's in the room. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky. Just how I like it. Oh, Dragon Ace, didn't Starfire have like 4 stomachs? Well, she's an alien. What's Maya's excuse? There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie? I'm just going to let this screen sit here for a second so people can appreciate this. Samurai Boogie Woogie. My favorite show. Nick, try this on. No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kind of like samurai movies? Kinda. I guess we're done here. The fact that the window's locked is important, but the fact that we got a card key means we can better navigate this place. So let's get out of here. Okay, nothing. What if I do present her with a card? Is that just like instant game over? Could you tell me about this, ma'am? Really? We're just doing this? I really hope I didn't just ruin my file. Oh, that! Isn't that a studio card key? You better watch it. The scene of a murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that. Hand it over. Wait, no, that's mine. Look, I don't have a card key to the studio, see? I want to go pay my respects to Jack Hammer where he died. Well, you'll just have to wait. I can't believe I got away with that. Oh, she's just mad now. Sorry I was such an asshole. Hold on one second. I didn't think anything would happen by coming back here. Apparently they had Mr. Powers in questioning. Right. Look, pal, that camera takes a picture automatically whenever someone walks by. And it took a picture of Will Powers. I have to ask him about that photograph. Oh well, let's try again later. Now let's see if Old Bag's still mad. That'd be amazing. Okay, we reset her. We're good. We're safe. Okay, so let's go outside Studio 1. And actually, what if I show him the card key? Hey, detective, take a look at this. What's that? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't show him that, he'll confiscate it. Aww, I just wanted to show it off. Maya's pretty terrible at this job. Alright, let's move on. Can I not go into Studio 1? Okay. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opens. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Okay, now we can move. Let's go. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Yeah, that's just a straight up chalk outline of a fictional character. That's great. Like the evil magistrate with like old traditional Japanese clothing. That's kind of amazing. No sliding, so I guess examine. 1, 2, and 3. I wonder what the different things are for the same outline. The outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. Is that right, lay? I think that might be right. Lie and lay are the most pain-in-the-ass words to conjugate in the entire language, especially because one of the lie conjugations is lay. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. Oh, and for the record, by the way, to lie down is when you go to bed, and to lay down is to put an object down. So the past tense of lie is lay. Oh yeah, Melanie, the infamous stepladder. Also welcome. But about stepladders, apparently there's an achievement in this game for across all 3 games. So there's an achievement in this collection for doing stepladder versus step stool or ladder or whatever conversations across the entire series, which is pretty great. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. All of it? Okay, so yeah, let's do the stepladder thing. Look, a ladder! That's a stepladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Yeah, for a really small person, it would be a ladder. For a giant, it would be a tiny single step. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. Yeah, that is really weird flavor text that just, that's just a quirky line in this game that I guess is never going to come back, but apparently it's across the series. That's kind of fantastic. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards that clap at the start of filming. Well, yeah, it's called a clapboard. And look! A megaphone! A real live megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Oh, I can't. Alright. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. I'm actually impressed that Phoenix knows that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. If I were in Hollywood... Oh wow, Winterburn, really? You assumed it... Oh, you assumed it was a localization thing? Like a correction from one type of ladder to the other that they chose to make canon? Maybe, but if they kept putting it in all of the games, though? Nothing with the backpack? Okay. Camera. Oh, well, there's the light. Wow, look at that camera! That must cost a ton. I'll bet. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. That sound, that was the dramatic entrance sound. I really thought that was crashing. I was like, oh no. Hey, you! No touching that! Oh, new character. I'm sorry. My partner is kind of, You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Penny. Who, me? I'm an assistant here. Okay, Penny. So... I'm trying to think of some stupid pun. Penny dreadful, penny for your thoughts. I guess we'll find out. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to examine. No, I can go right back to the camera and the spotlights, and even this board. Wow, look at that camera! That must cause it to... Are we doing the same... No way. Oh, that's it. Okay. And then this? Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course! That's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not Old Tokyo, Nick. Neo Old Tokyo. Oh, right. Got me there. Alright, let's chat it up. The day of the crime. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? The moiter? Oh, they're Vagabond, welcome. Oh, they're Katsith, welcome. Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see? Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. Is there a reason W Powers is called WP, and Hammer is not called JH? The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. By the way, remembering that I've never played these games, and remembering no spoilers, calling it now, she's the murderer, because she looks small enough to maybe fit through the vent. Will Powers, did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph that we already made a very explicit point that it records time that nobody bothered checking. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, you sensed? Yes, several times. Some of the studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Sensing someone. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Alright, I can take a hint. And just for fun, I'll present you with a card key. Any thoughts about this? Sorry. I don't really want to think too much about what happened just yet. She'll say that for anything. Alright. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Assistant's claim. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Uh-oh. It cut the music. Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me any better quick, you spiky hair cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. But we don't have an assistant in Studio 1. Her! She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths like there was no tomorrow, saying this and that and this other thing. Well, I was the only one to tell you. We knew a thing about whoever spiking your elders back then. We did it as a crime chain that you used today to do as poorly. Oh my god, I almost had it. I was so close. She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. By the way, people in the chat and in the comment section have already mentioned this, but like even though the game hasn't shown it, her name is Wendy Old Bag, so she's a windy old bag. It's perfect. Okay, so examine. I still don't think there's anything to examine. Oh, the computer, now that she's gone. Okay. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we could see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? No, we should just game over. Let's just forget this. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. 07. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Oh. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him, even though his hair very obviously is way too big for that to conceal it. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day. Nope, that's the only one on the computer. Oh ho, so there is a photo number 1 that somebody else took. Well, well. Oh, hello there, Neon Wave. No need to read Old Bag's dialogue when she goes on a rant. Wrong. That's like my favorite part. Hey, Nick. Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Last time I presented damning evidence to someone I thought was the killer, he punched me and then put me on trial as the murderer, so let's just not do that like an asshole. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. I know. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if this is going to come up. But maybe we should look into whether Will Powers is right or left-handed. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is a security lady. Also, what if I press options? Is there a... Well, text box off. Is there a way I can get like a clean image? Whatever, I could always look at the photo of my evidence if I... Oh, I could do it right now, in fact. There we go. I mean, the legs are clearly dragging, right? That's something. He's not leaving footprints. Or if he is, they're gonna be all messed up. To be continued. Alright, there we go. That brief music. Do 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 do. Oh, okay, we're done. We're done. Let's do it. Day 2 trial. We're doing it. District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, we're on the other side. Interesting. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Oh, but we're still getting this angle? Alright, fine. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. And let me just go over evidence one more time. Death, October 15th, 2:30. Photo, October 15th at 2, but it's photo number 2. Guide map, I don't think I care. There's the gate. Studio 1 is straight ahead. Studio 2 is that area we never explored. Can't really tell where he is with this angle, but if it is in front of that camera, then that would imply he went to the studio and not the dressing room. Okay. Alright. Hello there, Quincy. Welcome to the stream. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. Okay, so the camera angle should check out, I think. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact, even though there's clearly an exit via the grate. Like, alright. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe to the stand. This guy always looks like he's uncomfortable. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. Where does the grate lead to? If that was the employee area. I guess it doesn't matter if the murderer can run back to the employee area and then sneak out through the grate. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Yeah, that looks like it checks out, that angle, the camera angle. I'm still bothered by the statue being broken, though. I don't know what that's all about. The tree came down too. Past that at the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers, whose hair is way too wild for that wig to properly cover it up. And a young woman, the production assistant. I'm waiting for the last name. For the penny. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. But if that was at noon, then the camera couldn't have captured him. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Oh wait, Jack Hammer went at noon, that's fine, so the camera would not have captured him. Or if it did, it's the photo that we're missing, because it was earlier. So the production staff came to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. But they did do a rehearsal, didn't they? The time of death was 2:30 p.m. Unless there was like a cross stab, wouldn't the location of a stab wound be from a right-handed person unless he was stabbed from behind? The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Everyone, this is going to be a comical moment where everybody says no. Should I listen to that whole thing again? I'm assuming it's going to be testimony, so I don't need to listen to it again, right? I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Okay. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Please give the full name. I want to see Wendy Oldbag. It's funny as hell. Will the witness declare her name? Yeah. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Oh my god. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Yeah, that is a bizarre running joke. That's kind of genius. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Yeah, there we go. So just call me Grandma. See, when I was young, I was an old bag, but not really. Those was my name, dearie. Still, how the other children make fun of me just because of my name. Can you believe it? There was this boy that captured the chest trouble in your eye when he called me an old bag. Well, I cried and cried because you see I crushed him, you see. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. I missed a bunch of that, but it's fine. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. No! This judge sucks! I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed on the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. He just lets that one slide. She sure is one hell of an old bag. I love that she actually addresses that her name is like a phrase and she's sensitive about it. Even when I was young, I was old bag, but it was just my name. Sorry. Testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. It's a little suspicious right there. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. So she got the time right. It was Powers. That man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant, then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, I think I want to show the photo to counter the hair, but this time I will remember. I will press first. Let's start from the beginning. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer. Alright, so... okay. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. And then Jack Hammer was literally run through. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon? I had some errands. Yeah, that's her most suspicious part, where she fumbles over it. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Oh, that was her? With the oh face! Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always! Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through too. Well, sorry, you're gonna have to settle for an Evil Magistrate run-through. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks? Not even a second? Of course. I'm a professional, you know? Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the kid eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-wapper? Alright. Snipper-wapper. Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon, the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Oh my god! Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Yeah, a certain man walked by at 2. 2? You're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Whoo! Oof. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. Powers. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny. Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon. I'll say it again, it was him. Objection! Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. Ooh. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag? Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. Yeah, geez, when freaking Edgeworth is defending me? True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. Ugh. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. Oh, I know. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss... witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. God, this is uncomfortable. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Huh. Nosy old man. Oh my god. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. Here we go again, the man in the photo. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. Well, no, the clothes are just too long. I was wondering about that, though. See? Clear as day. Hello there, Puru. Welcome. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she yeah, even he just straight up tells me I need to press this. Alright. Fine. Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't even said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and out. You today, always whining about each other, pointing fingers this way and that is enough to make an old lady want to cry. Mr. Wright. Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. This is amazing. During the run-through of the action scene. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me. And what exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think, he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her! She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. Huh. You may continue your testimony. Broke one of the props. This is going to be a big important thing. He broke a prop? Sure did. Really? Of all things she's pointing out, it's the murder weapon. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear, the murder weapon. Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Oh, okay. But still, though, if it ran right through the guy and it came out in one piece... It's a good job duct taping. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. Well, that directly contradicts the dragging then, doesn't it? This is where I break out the picture a second time. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot? Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... Where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Yes, I am. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Okay. So, continued. I made it. The time before Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. That's the whole thing? So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, pressing time. At least this is like 3 screens long. 2:30 p.m. How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking? Right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Yeah, but like, they could have gone from the employee area to the murder scene, right? I'm still wondering if it's Penny, but we'll find out later. No spoilers. Hello there, J-Bog. Welcome to the stream. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Who? Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Ooh, jeez. The time of 4 hammers down. Okay, so 2:30, what is my evidence? 2:30. Guide map. I wonder. If they had, I would have seen him. But what about the grate, right? I'm not 100% sure about this one. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Huh? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Overruled. Oh my god. It's fine. No one else went there. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. We still got the dragging one leg, though. Do I really do the photo again? I mean, I'm gonna bomb this case. I can always just come back here. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station recalls all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 o'clock p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really were the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Well, you see, Arabic numerals start with 1, assuming we're starting at 1 and not 0, and then from there it's 2, 3, and so on. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet, there is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased data for the other photo? Only someone with access. The security lady herself. You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to go into a whole nother thing. Hello there, Ramon. Welcome to the stream. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? Have a good night, Falcon. I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Huh, some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. What? Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? That's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. The other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Alright, so we only have like 2 or 3 text boxes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, okay. Another job? That's right, I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. Oh my god, that's a pain in the ass. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers' photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? Huh, a fanboy. Fanboy? Well, yeah, for an or but or yet so. It's very important for coordinating conjunctions. They're useful for following commas, but not so much periods. Oh, hello there, Gaming Otter. Welcome to the stream. Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Oh, counter-objection. Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Oh, she's just directly calling it out? Incredible. So, that's how we're bringing this up? The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and... they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So, on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? A murdering freak! Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy. Right! As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Huh. Okay. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Wow, this sucks. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order? Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Player. Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Yeah, I'm still leaning toward the assistant girl. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor. If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling time. We can't see his damn feet, though. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through while we read this. Oh, and May. Assistant? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think, but she didn't know about the ankle. Yeah, but I just figured the costume was dragging because it was too long on her. Like, is she dragging her feet, or is she just walking with long legs on the costume? The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Powers' injury. She could look the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned. Ah, come on. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Maybe move on, Mr. Wright? This fight isn't over yet. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please. Very well. Go ahead. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Some random boy that we don't know what he looks like? I don't know. Fine, security lady, because I can't accuse the freaking grade school boy. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Old Bag. What? Whippersnapper. Order, order. Is this true, Old Bag? Old Bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Well, to frame him. Like, come on. Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Not to be confused with the actual Sherlock Holmes Phoenix Wright game that exists. Huh? That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Yeah, and the chat has been pointing out I should probably save so I don't kill my case. I guess I'll press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Old Bag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased! He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter! When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops! God, this person's amazing. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How could you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day, whippersnapper? I have proof. I was the boy. Wait, what? Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder? Well, I mean, the photo, right? Or the card key, right? Theoretically. I'm assuming it's just the photo for the 3rd time. Take that! Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. Ah. I accidentally got it right. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, will the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy... What was her name? Oof. Careful now. Something Old Bag, Your Honor? Something? Jeez. Then the prosecution will look further into this Old Bag before we continue. That is all. This game is really leaning into this stuff. This is great. This court is adjourned. Wait a second. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking. Jeez. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Old Bag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Okay. My lips were sealed, I guess. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. there were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Good spelling on Scott, by the way. And for anyone who doesn't know, I think a Scott with one T was like... This is going to bother me. I forgot what it was. Like, was it like a really tiny amount of money? Like a unit of currency? Or was it like a small speck of something? It was something really small, is the point. Miss Old Bag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Here we go. So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. Jeez. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? There's no possible way I could have known this. Well, if you look at the guide map, yeah, the thing we very clearly addressed. And yeah, multiple people in the chat are saying it's a correct spelling. Yeah, I know. That's why I pointed it out. Like I said, nice spelling. Like, I don't know if that came off as sarcastic, but that is how to spell it. It's one T. Oh, Winterburn, someone who did not have to pay tax for some reason was referred to as scot-free. Maybe that's what it was then? Could the Scot have referred to a minor tax or something? Well, if you look at the guide map, there it is. It's a third of the entire damn map. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. Well... Oh, through the second gate. I was gonna say through the main gate, it'd be to the right. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Huh. I guess I may as well continue. Hello there, Barry. Welcome to the stream. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? Miss Old Bag, this is a trial for murder. I know that's silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. Wow, real convincing. So you get your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Alright, alright. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Old Bag, and more information about those other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Hooray! I beat the game, I guess. Hello there, Gallia, and welcome to the stream. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Aw, really? It's nothing. Grin. Oh, or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. It does look like a guy, but, like, we only had these people to work with. That's why I thought it was Penny. Or at least that Penny did it, regardless of who dressed up in the costume. Not to mention, it's only just occurring to me now, but the spear did not have duct tape over it in the 2 o'clock photo, did it? There's a second spear, isn't there? Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Hooray, I beat the game. I guess now I'm getting prompted to save, right? Okay. I'll do a little bit of investigation before ending the stream. So we're back at the law offices. Whew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and producer. Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. I can still examine all this stuff again. I don't know why they let me do it over and over again. Oh, whoops. Yeah, nothing new. Oh well. What to do? What do you think we should do? What do I? Huh? Why don't we do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and producer. Oh, right. There's no point hanging out here. That's what I've been saying! Let's get to the studios pronto! Any ideas? We don't have enough information to make a case yet. That's exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it, you don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information. Okay, cool. Court record still has all the same stuff. But, okay. I can go to the detention center. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all, we got lucky to tell the truth. You could say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? Sorry, but no. Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Fanboy. Do our fanboys sneak into the studios often? No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't she say they were often hanging around? The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Huh. Was the director present in the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate should move. Why didn't you tell us that before? Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet. Even he kept quiet about the murder trial he's on trial for? What the hell, man? Oh, HGS, welcome to the stream. And the text does change when I search the office each time. It hasn't changed from, maybe it's from trial to trial, because it's the same as it was in this trial earlier. But fair enough, I will keep checking then. That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's gonna lose big. Jeez, Maya. I see. Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? No, I sure hope not. When he loses. Wow, Maya. Examine that. I may as well go through this, too. And we're done. Alright, let's move. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look! She left her donuts! What? I wasn't going to eat them. This is obviously the most important thing. No, Winterburn, if the magnifying glass is still checked, it's the same. That's true. But the flavor text that I got in the Wright & Co. law offices was the same as this morning, even though it was unchecked. So it's like each time you hit it to be continued screen, I guess everything resets. So, like, I've already done that. But, okay. Examine. They probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Studio van. Yeah, see, like, this stuff is the same. It's unchecked now because we're on a new continued screen, but an overhead map of the studios. Here's the employee area. Like, it's the same information, but now I'm checking it again for this iteration of the game. Computer. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. The computer's different because it's actually crucial to this case. Done. Moving on. Let's just do it bit by bit, right? Actually, no. I'll go to the employee area, because I bet you I can go to Studio 2 from outside Studio 1. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Oh ho ho. Don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Yeah, I was gonna say she couldn't have used the actual grate. Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Yeah, that was mentioned. Right. Oh, so she doesn't. Got it. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, alright. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. Even though this will be important for the case, because the backdrops look pristine, even though Penny's bad with them. You're right. I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. I'm not going to care about this thing that'll be shown on public TV. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Old Bag. Right. See you later, then, Miss Young Bag. Good luck with your investigation. Okay. Half-finished backdrop for a stage here. We've already seen that. The bike. Yeah, we've already read this. I'm saving the great thing for last. And here. So, the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, and I promise you, in the court trial, they're going to say, they escaped through the grate, and then covered up their escape. And wait a minute, the grate's too bent, aha! So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. But no, because they couldn't have covered it up in the first place. It was bent. Either he really kicked that thing in, or it's just been off of the wall for a while. Hey, Nick! If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. Wait, what? What the hell? You know what? I'm going to cheat for this one. I'm just going to straight up cheat for this one. Let me see. Okay. I will rip it open. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Hi-ya! There, that should make the kids happy. The things we do. Oh, it's just gone. She vaporized it. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Friggin' incredible. Slide. Okay. Someone's gonna mention I saw him through the dressing room, but oh, the glass is frosted. Oh, that was a bit different. Maybe there'll be something in there to steal. We're not thieves, but we did take that card key. Well, we borrowed that. There's a difference. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, maybe there'll be something else to steal? Hey. Well. Alright, so move. Dressing room. I'm saving the Studio 2 for last. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping? But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. And the window was locked as well. Napping. Snacks. I have a second stomach for sweets. These snacks are past the expiration date. Then don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. So they actually changed it up? Hey, wait, they're past. Okay. Wow, they changed that up. Regular suits and among the costumes here. Uh-huh. Mirror. Okay. An array of cosmetics. According to Maya, that wig was used in some old TV show. Samurai Boogie Woogie, Nick, get with the picture! Look, explain to me just how you can identify a show by seeing a wig. I like samurai movies. Okay. And the bag. Supermarket tabloids. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone! Wolfman found on Mars. I'll have to buy that issue. That's so stupid. I guess we're done here. So let's go back to the more relevant area. There we go. Oh, hello. Oh, that's actually what you said. That's perfect. Ho ho, you look like a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. Alright. Still nothing to examine, I assume. Yes? I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. Okay, slightly different. Okay. The studios. So, how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates for the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area? Yeah. Can you believe it? 3-day-old steak. Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. His name is the Killer. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. Huh. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios on the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Oh, but that's it. Okay. Anyway. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. I can do Studio 2. I'm going to save that for next stream, though. I'm going to leave the audience wanting more. I'm Bush. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit. This is exactly why I don't want to get old, ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. Oh my god. But I am still young. Oof. Alright. That's the security camera that automatically takes pictures of people here. It took 2 pictures on the day of the murder, before the actual time of death. One of them was the Steel Samurai, the other was a grade school boy. It doesn't seem to be switched on today. Which is... like, really? Now that a murder's actually happened, they're just not even turning the camera on? It says welcome. They let people in here when they're not filming, right? Nick, let's come here someday. What do you say? Sure, if the security lady lets us in. Okay. The studio mascot. Monkey of some kind. I've never seen a monkey with a nose like that before. Why don't they put his head back on? Maybe we should ask that assistant. I'm not sure we really want her fixing anything. And you'd probably need a crane to move that thing. Probably so. In the trial, they said Studio 2 was down this path. The monkey head is in the way, but we should be able to get by without a problem. This monkey head is real heavy. Well, it did knock that tree over when it fell. That'll be evidence later. Both of these, the monkey head and the tree, fell the day of the murder, didn't they? Yeah, that's what Detective Gumshoe said. Remember this information, audience. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Okay. Alright. So now we are at this point where we can prepare to enter Studio 2. A brand new area, but this is where I'm going to stop for now. So thank you very much for joining the stream, and have a wonderful night.